Yeah, here, welcome to the commentary of the Split 3 AOR race here in Spa-Francorchamps. I don't know if that's pronounced correctly. But here today it's Vice Guy, Stealing and Isomu.
Hello.
Hello.
And in a couple of seconds we're gonna cut over to the qualifying where Isomusing is gonna comment on one of the pole lap and some down in the middle.
So here we have a qualifying comparison between Stelling DK and Isomusing, and we're going to see that both of them are doing their laps quite late in the session. Isomusing locking up there down into La Source. Now we've got a long downhill straight-ish into Eau Rouge, which is a magnificent corner which you have to get right and carry the maximum speed up to the Kennel Straight. And now we've got to take as much speed, both cars in 7th gear. We can see Stelling getting onto the grass there for some reason. Long Kennel Straight. Isomusing going for short gears. Now down into Les Combes. And we've got to get as much speed through here as well. This track is much about taking speed through the corners and getting the braking points right. As you can see, Isomusing already creating a gap here on his qualifying lap, where Stelling's having a bit of problems through the corners. I think understeer. And we've got a noticeable difference now down into Pouhon, and Stelling lifts off a bit more than Isomusing again, so there's a bit of problems. There was very much a race that was looking like it was going to rain, so Stelling obviously going for a setup for the rain, Isomusing taking the setup for the dry to get qualified. Isomusing is up on purple sector, so that means up on everybody. But he's lying in 12th, so he needs to get this qualifying lap absolutely perfect. And we're coming up now to the chicane. That is the most crucial corner in the circuit because you can lose a lot of time here getting wheel spin. And Stelling getting a bit of time back there in that last sector, but Isomusing gets a better start, and there we go. So Isomusing qualifies first, followed by Winters with 0.44 between them, with Ify third, Altazil fourth, Sunnable fifth, and Stelling sixth. That rounds up the top six, and we're going to cut now to the race.
Yeah, as we see, it's raining and the guys are starting on full wet, so this is going to be very interesting to see how they will.
Yeah. Also, Isomusing had some kind of engine failure or something like that, so he won't be participating in the race, so will be no one in the pole from this.
Yep, also a clear blow to his championship there, as he's going to have to fight hard in the next races. Anyway, here we go, lights out and away we go. As you can see, Stelling getting a good start compared to Altazil there, Sunnable taking an opportunity to get up the inside. And there's
massive chaos and Broadway spins around.
Oh, and Broadway spinning.
Yep, looks like the side pod glitch. And looks like Stelling's got jumped by Sunnable.
It was actually looking, if you are looking very close to Stelling DK's screen, he was not noticing the Armstrong up on his right side. So well, that could be dangerous for Armstrong because Stelling DK could have smashed him into the wall. But if you're also noticing, Stelling DK's engine are a little bit overheated.
You can see here that Vice Guy is having a struggle with Altazil. Vice spin. And he couldn't follow him.
The racing here, but Sunnable's going to have to try and get away from Stelling if he doesn't want to lose a place there. Stelling gets massive oversteer on that corner. Obviously the wet weather setup not working as intended at the moment, but he's got to try and keep that engine cool. But I think the wet weather won't be as much as wide. Yeah,
I think the track was just totally soaked. I think it didn't matter what setup you had, it was just way too wet to even be driving.
Yeah, but
see, everyone is struggling from the back markers to the front. So
yeah, the drivers. And
Stelling's in the gravel.
No, Stelling. It was
Sunnable who went gravel.
Not Stelling, Sunnable. Oh Christ, I got that wrong.
Yeah, clearly. So see, that is going to be crucial for Sunnabo's race. If he depending on how many places he lit through there. So also I think the Stelling DK's strategy was staying a little bit more behind Sunnabo, so his engine not will overheat.
Now that's not
so
a problem. And I think the next guy up the road is Winters. It is. Oh! Massive oversteer. And that's lost him a lot of time, and he's under threat now from Armstrong into La Source.
Also, Warlocks
is quite close to.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, knocks up, goes wide again. This isn't the start.
They're right behind him.
He's got a better exit though, so that's probably going to secure his position in there. He's got a lot of curves as well. Start of the lap.
Yeah,
Looks like it'll be okay.
Yeah, there are clearly no grip on this track so far for the guys.
Warlock's coming back though.
Yeah.
This looks like it's going to be a pass. Is it? Armstrong's coming back at him as well. It might be 3 wide into the corner. Stelling defends. Armstrong goes for an opportunistic move, but he doesn't make it. And as we can see, Winters is making a very big gap.
Oh, we can see Vizca here being in a bit of a trouble. Just followed by Yodak and punching down.
Yeah, clearly
also
fighting with his teammate.
Now it's Son of More in 8th place. Son of More must have been inside in the pits.
Yeah.
Also, notice the tire wear on the rear tires. That might be a problem in the next couple of laps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the problem.
Oh, a little bit of wheel banging.
Bit of a dive bombing from
The
Yodak.
McLaren's recreating what happens in real life between two McLarens.
Yeah. Well, as we cut to lap 2. Well,
We're gonna see it from the inside of the McLaren.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, just out braking himself. He
Yeah.
had nowhere to go.
Then we see the
I think,
Vice guy comes past again.
He gives the place back.
Yeah, I think that was a fair move.
Oh, he's coming under threat from Broadway.
Holy.
Wow.
Wow, that is a leg spike.
Oh, I's amusing connection was bad. There's proof that I don't have the worst internet.
Well, I think the problem is that it's American connecting to a European. That might not be so good. I think that's why he was lagging so bad.
Well, still, that was an amazing leg spike going on there.
Yeah. That was definitely out of normal, and I don't think Red Bull can manage to match that kind of technology.
No,
just clearly not. Oh, it actually seems like. Oh, that's got quiet. Oh, it's Vice guy.
Oh, another collision
again. Wow.
Yodak just didn't keep inside on the inside line, did he?
Seems like Yodak was.
It looked like he was trying to go a bit wide, Yodak.
Breaking himself, and there he goes.
Doesn't leave enough space.
Oh, it's sort of.
I would say that.
It was half and half, really. I think.
Yeah, I think Vice guy gave back the spots to Yodak just to be fair.
Yeah. Well, as we cut to Yodak again, and what's? Oh, that's
he's following Broadway up into the gravel.
Wow.
Broadway and Yodak. There goes Vice guy.
Oh!
He was crash.
Like a boss. And that is probably the end of Broadway's fight.
This is the same video again from Vice guy. Ooh, it's so cool.
That is.
Oh, that was
what
just
is
up.
Broadway doing?
It doesn't seem like Broadway was paying attention to Vice guy coming from behind, so it does like, yeah, I'm turning into this way again without coming behind me, and then Vice guy coming from the behind and giving him the middle.
It looks like Winters is creating more of a gap as Stelling battles with Warlock.
Well, as we also are at lap 3 now. That is
nice pass, but it looks like Stelling's gonna cut him off, and that's the pass done again. But it looks like his tires are taking a bit of a beating with the tire wear.
5. Whoa!
Oh! Very lucky to get away with that.
I think the wing survived.
Yeah, that was clearly something of the Red Bull technology again.
Red Bull, reinforced steel front wing.
Yeah, as we of course blocks get through caused a little bit of a driver issue.
Wide, so that gives the place back to Stelling as long as he can keep it. But Stelling having a lot of problems with grip at the moment. Looks like Winters is going to walk away with it from this point in the race, but obviously we have no idea what's going to happen after.
Oh, there's as you see 7.3 seconds gap between Winters and Stelling in the case, so it seems like Winters just are driving his own race now, and
yeah, but then again, one mistake and Stelling is up to him next to him again.
In these type of conditions, it's very easy to make a mistake. And really, with everybody running a dry setup from qualifying, it doesn't look like it's the best.
Again. Oh, it seems
Again.
like the same situation again. Oh, and
Same
Warlock's outbreak
situation.
himself.
And he outbreaks himself for the third time.
If you listen, you can hear a little bit of the tires screaming as we cut to lap 7 with Waska.
And look at that tire wear.
Yeah, those tires are just completely destroyed. As you can see, he's trying to
Oh,
break
lock
into
up.
the corner.
Oh!
He's
No,
in the
no,
barrier.
no.
Oh, and that's the. There goes the front wing. Lucky to not destroy the tire there as well. And watch out though. There's a car coming up.
I don't think he looked in the mirrors at that point.
No, he didn't look in the mirrors, but he got away with it.
Yeah.
Yelling into the wall, like also well, interesting to see a driver trying without a front wing into the pit lane and also locking up.
And it looks like that's going to put him near the back of the field. In fact, there's only about 3 cars behind him.
I think there is.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so here we go out of the pit exit. And he'll want to get a good line now down through Eau Rouge. Can he get that line?
Probably not.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
That's looked very good as we got to lap 8. Well, nearly lap 9 now.
And Winters looks like he's pitted, going for the undercut.
Yeah.
And looks like Stelling
getting to a little bit of a weird entrance to the pit, but
weird entrance, but it looks like it's fast.
Yeah.
But it also looks like Winters is probably going to overtake him pretty easily.
Yeah, they were. And Warlocks also just kept running.
Yeah, and
he will still need to go to pit later.
Yeah, of course, going to the wets again and going down to lean and the pit stop. Actually, a quite good pit stop for Ninjas.
So Winters probably has a gap of around 10 to 15 seconds, possibly.
Yeah. Oh, and you're fighting with that is Armstrong coming through the first corner. And Yavanna stay, well, not wide behind him, but 20 seconds. That's
because he's catching up in the start because he ran wide in Brussels.
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting to see if K can follow Armstrong. Also depend on when.
Can he actually make the pass?
Oh,
can he make the pass?
Yes.
It looks like he's trying to pressure you into a mistake. Tried it.
So far, it didn't get through. So.
Now let's see what happens through Brussels here. It's a notoriously difficult corner to brake for, and Stelling gets it wrong.
It seems like a little bit of a lockout there in the tires.
Yeah.
And also a little bit of a mistake from Armstrong. So, well, that really doesn't matter for the guys.
Stelling losing time.
Yeah. Actually taking the chicane, not the chicane, but the turn very well.
Yeah, it looks like he's got the speed to overtake Armstrong. He just has to find a place to get past.
Yeah, well, maybe it will come now. We will see on
maybe down the straight or into the chicane.
Armstrong in the left up. Oh, and he gets
in space, and that was a magnificent pass.
Oh, what?
He's in gravel again. Second time.
That is something.
Maybe we should create an award for the amount of time spent in the gravel.
He's spinning now. That was. Well, can he maybe come through there? Oh, it seems like he's struggling a little bit.
Lucky to get away with that one.
Even though his tires are new and the temperature.
Yeah, well, his rear tires are still a lot of cold. Well, as we cut to lap 10 now, and
Winter's lapping about a second faster. We saw he did a 1:57.
And
there goes Armstrong again.
Through again. So
he's gonna have to pass again.
There is clearly a battle going on between Stelling K and Armstrong there for the second place. That is for sure.
But if you also noticed, Stelling's tires were losing temperature, but they look fine now.
Yeah, as we of course cutting to lap 12 again, and
I think it depends on where on the track he is.
Yeah, there's some. I think there's some spot.
Lag spike. Nearly. I think lag bubble, maybe. I don't know.
Hit the
barrier.
And overheated there and just crashed into the wall.
Exactly the same as in Hungaroring.
Yeah, clearly he can't control the car. That when
really he's just pushing too hard for his ability.
Yeah. Well, of course, we all know that drivers will try to go over with 100% as they can do, as we are.
Here we are with Joe Dog. Let's see what he's doing. I think he's going to the pit.
Well, he's a lap 11.
And one thing I must try and point out is that frame rate must not be easy to drive with.
No, that seems a little bit light for him.
I think that actually the problem was that the original video weren't that high quality, so it had to be stretched up to a higher format, which just made it lag.
But I think he was also telling, oh, he's going on to the inters at lap.
That's very early.
Well,
it doesn't look ready for inters.
I-
We'll see when he comes out to the pit lane, but I do not think those are going to be the right choice of tyre.
No, clearly not. But I think
Oh,
he was saying. Oh,
this is the point where Stealing just crashed up and.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, it's
Okay. So we have a blue flag for somebody trying to get past. I'm guessing that's Armstrong.
That must be
Yeah,
Armstrong since.
Armstrong,
Yeah.
so.
But not giving way to the blue flag though. So I don't know what's happening here, but your dog should be getting out of the way at this point.
Oh, and there is no
And
hit
it
in that.
cuts him
He
off.
does.
So
There was clearly no hit in these tires. If you are looking at the rear tires, they are completely.
I think he was
Yeah.
too fast.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
and he went
oh, and he loses part of his front wing. So that's his advantage gone if he had any.
And
And here
another
comes
was like,
Stelling, and well,
Oh.
luckily he runs wide, but
oh,
Stelling
that
looks like he
was
pushed him
worrying,
there.
though.
But
Yeah, well,
I think
seems
so.
like
really,
well-
Stelling had no choice.
yeah,
and
we
here we
got
go again.
another.
Here we see it. And he actually just.
Oh yeah,
pushed
yeah.
it. He couldn't do
There was a
anything.
little
Yeah,
bit of contact
so
there. I
much
think
grip.
the both drivers turning as much as they could, and yeah, Zinke of course have to understeer, so well, not understeer, but those, yeah, and a little bit bumpy there, but nothing will get any penalty for that. Well, of course that we are with Yoda again here at lap 13, and taking this can a little bit weird, I think.
I think it's the tires he's struggling with grip, and he lost part of the front
Yeah,
one.
of course, yeah, he lost the top blade.
And here he have the blue flag again from. I wonder who that is.
Flag, and oh, he
he
cuts
doesn't
him
let
off.
him pass. What the?
Wow,
that was
it's
son
so
of Moore.
cool. He was a fourth. I think
And who's this coming up
another
here?
blue flag.
Another blue
Oh.
flag, and he should. This is border disqualification for another guy. And
That's
there
Badass
goes
Joe.
Badass Joe.
Yeah, if you saw, he's right front tire. What actually logging up at that corner?
Obviously, just nice to point
and-
out. Oh, and there was a loose connection to that Irish guy's internet.
Sadly,
His
again.
internet obviously not very good, but nice to point out that Badass Joe moving to a permanent spot.
Oh!
A Lotus. Oh,
And there goes the entire front wing.
Oh,
oh,
that
he's
was.
obviously going to pit now, and I don't expect him to come out on inters.
Well, we will see.
He's selecting inters,
Yeah,
so
apparently.
Oh, this.
interesting choice. He obviously feels like there's enough grip.
Well, it's going to be funny. He can actually break down to that con. That was impressive to see.
So obviously the inter's getting into temperature now.
No,
Maybe.
well, yeah, we will see. But it's also I think the guys was telling him, well, it's not inters.
It's too early.
Yeah, it's too early to shift on the inters.
I think
Because of
it's
the temperatures, but well, of course, it's the driver's choice what tires he will go on. So the other guys can tell him what to do. So
Yeah, well, he took a chance in hoping that he will ride, and then he would have an advantage over the rest of the field.
yeah, and that is of course great by the driver. But sometimes you can just and he got past, or well, Warlock's getting past him.
Yeah,
Think
I think that was a lap.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I think he's down on one lap.
Yeah,
And
he gets the blue
there's
flag.
another car
Yeah.
coming behind him
It
as well
seems
now.
like Yoda loved the blue flags in this race and a little bit lag
Oh,
up.
he's
And
gonna
he's battling
pass
with
him.
Warlock.
So Warlocks is on the intermediate
Intermediates
as
as well.
well.
I'm
So can't be that bad. Oh,
well, I'm not
Fourth
getting
car.
this. Why Yodok are battling with these cars when he mean to let them pass? We actually saw a little.
Actually, it looks like he's faster than.
Oh, he got a
oh,
penalty.
and he's got a penalty, but really this should be disqualification right now.
And
Yeah,
the penalty weren't even for ignore the blue flag; it was for causing the collision.
Yeah,
Really,
and
yeah.
Warlocks loses a place there.
As we also saw at Atialas, it was on the red tires. If you guys was seeing that, he was on the wet tires.
Yeah,
And,
and,
as we're cutting
So-
to a vice guy now, but
Vice
clearly
guy.
some miscommunication Or
Okay, so
miscommunication.
clearly it looks like it's time for the it
Intermediate.
looks like it's in the crossover point between wets and intermediates because Vice Guy's tires are not overheating.
It's telling me to make way for the faster.
But we can see they're starting to lose grip, but they might just be damaged. And we can see they're overheating a bit in the front, right?
Yeah, that seems a little bit odd because it's not that time to get stressed
into the
most.
pits.
Can
But-
we make the
Of
pit
course.
entrance right this time?
Yeah,
Can't
clearly.
hit the wall this time.
Yeah,
But-
but like also seen the tire wear was actually a little bit there. So
Probably going for intermediate.
I got
Yeah.
a penalty.
So is he going for intermediates or
they
is he
have
going
wets
for
ready.
wet?
no,
Oh, wet.
what?
What
Oh
the
dear.
hell?
That's a bullshit.
I'm not sure if that was the tires he wanted, but it's the
think-
tires he got.
I
Causing
highly
a collision.
because
You?
as we saw the wet tires were starting to overheat, so it would just be silly to keep on wet tires just for one.
Where we're going
I
to see
actually
now.
think he was telling that he was not mentioned to put on the wet tires, but the pit could just force him to do that. Well, of course, that is of course bad for the driver, and clearly he needs to talk to the mechanicals and the pit
Here
crew.
we can see Vasca again at the end of lap 15, and we can see again the right side of the tires is completely overheating. And this time, I hope
Yep.
for him they
When
go
he's
to intermediate.
braking, yep, overheating there when he brakes, but
nice.
oh, there's a
Ah,
car.
There's a Ferrari in the entrance.
That is.
and-
I
Oh, and he
actually-
goes into the wall.
Oh, and he
What's-
actually lost a
and he
little bit
blocks the
of control.
Ferrari.
Oh, well,
That's
that is
a Ferrari.
he,
So
he actually
that's-
gained a place on that.
that is madness in the pit
That's
lane.
what
That
makes it
is
in place.
that is for sure madness.
Let's
Of
see
course
who's
it's-
gonna get
and
first
of
out of the
course
corner.
Let's get the first pit stop here.
I
Okay, so obviously they're changing the wing, but can they get it out first?
5.6. I think the
Yes,
Ferrari had a
you
broken
can.
wing as well.
Yes.
and we saw
So he's
AMG in the pit too. There was AMG pitting too.
Yeah.
This is Mercedes.
So
Someone
I'm
crashed.
having a bit of problems following where everybody is during this race, but it looks like Winters has kept his lead.
Yeah, I think so then, but we will hopefully cut to a syndicate again soon so we can get something info about that. Of course, well, we are cutting to Vasca again at lap 17, so
Oh, I think it's stealing who's behind him because Zach did participate in this race.
yeah, he was getting some.
He had some problems
his-
with his.
Yeah,
Dear.
Winter.
yeah, it was actually like a deer. He couldn't control it, and the horns break off. So
Yeah, that's a good way to say that. Yeah. Of course, when you have problems with your steering, you can't really do very much. So you obviously have to say that you can't
Can't
race.
stop thinking about
yeah, sadly, but hopefully he will come again and drive with us
Rejoin the next time,
at Monza next time.
So
But,
4 laps to go. We've got quite a non-interesting race on our hands because everybody's separated by at least a second to everybody else.
Yeah, then the minimap are also showing that. So well, I think the guys was having a really tough ways to holding the car on the track and not spin around like some of the guys we have seen have done. Because it's a difficult track to get right in the wets.
Yeah, and we can see here Vice actually used some curse to try and get rid of the Force India coming in from behind.
See, that is a little bit odd when he will probably, as we see now here, getting blue flags. So why should he use the curse if he
Is he gonna let him pass?
I think he
Yeah.
was gonna. Oh, what is?
Oh,
he's going wide.
he's in the gravel.
He's
as
going
well.
wide. So let's see. Oh, and
that
stealing
was-
almost.
That was very close.
Stealing clearly didn't realize that Vice was going wide.
But
That was-
also, something to notice is that the tires are not heating up.
Yeah, I think the track is a little bit odd, but as you're cutting to Stealing K and seeing the kind of
Same
view
situation.
inside, yeah,
You see Vice
I-
going wide to make some space and stealing almost hit him.
that was a very close pass. But I actually think Stealing K was mid-adjusting and hoping that Wise Guy will go close to the corner as we of course cutting to
Oh,
a
stealing.
So
I thought you said you were gonna win this
Winters has
race.
won the race quite comfortably.
Yeah. Well, of
And,
course, guys got a lap door. Well, the back marker said so. So
You
yeah,
can see half the track at lap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars got hours.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Wise is
obviously,
struggling a little bit.
yeah,
I think he's just trolling around because he got such a huge lead down to the next place.
Yeah. Well, of course he is over the finish line there, and of course here we got the race results.
So,
Well then.
We've got Son of Mole still at the top of the table, but Stelling DK only 3 points behind. Winter's only 8 points behind, so we've got an absolute treat as a championship battle.
And that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching.